She's very interested in what I'm doing, so I let her up here. I have a feeling you're gonna sit down. How have you all been? Been good? I hope so anyway. I've been pretty good. I just wanted to do like a sit down talk video because I don't know if I've ever really done this on my channel. I used to do like Q&As or whatever. That was just stuff like questions I found for myself that I answered. So I'm just gonna sit here and do my makeup. You guys get ready with me, and we're just gonna have a nice little chat. I didn't want to talk to you guys while I was putting on my primer because it makes me look like a freak. But I want to talk to you guys about YouTube. As most of you know, or some of you, I don't know, I started this YouTube channel when I was 15. So it's been a good while. I wanted to do it for years. I have wanted to do YouTube since I was 12, and that is probably mainly from Dan and Phil. I've been watching them since I was 12, and yes, I still watch them. They were a main reason why I wanted to. And then I started watching Bub's Beauty. I don't know if any of you guys ever watched it. I started watching her channel in 2013, and I really wanted to do it. I really wanted to do YouTube. And then I started watching Emma Blackery, and I started watching PJ, and just all these different YouTubers. And I was like, you know, I could do this. And I got a little like camcorder when I was like 11 or 12, and I never used it, but I wanted one because I wanted to do YouTube, and I just never did. I was just like, oh well, my camera equipment's not good enough, like I don't have good lighting equipment, people want to watch me because I'm like young, or I'm not this, or I'm not that, whatever. That was always my thinking. Then that same year, later in the year, my dad got a Canon Rebel T3i, I believe. And I think he did it because he does coins and stuff. Like, he has a YouTube channel too. I didn't even know that you could like record videos on it. I've been like taking pictures, doing photography, all this, whatever. No idea that you could take videos on it. But I still just wasn't at the point in my life where I would want to do YouTube. Because whenever I was 13, I was really depressed. I was severely depressed, like clinically, but I didn't know that was it. I wasn't gonna tell anyone. Like I didn't tell my friends, I didn't tell my parents. Like, I shut myself away from everyone. And so all I had really was like YouTube, and I had social media, and I used to write stories, and you know, I had friends online. So I've just always been in that culture. And I also I had really bad anxiety. I've had really bad anxiety like for years though. 7th grade, I was 12, almost 13. Yeah, I had my first panic attack. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what was going on in my life, because the beginning of 7th grade year was completely fine. You know, I would always dress up for school, and I always did my hair. I woke up early, do my makeup, do my hair, dress up, you know, match my outfits. Like, everyone told me, wow, like, you have such great style and everything. And I mean, there were kids at school who like said stuff to me, made me feel bad. Anyway, so I had people at school who would just be like, are you emo, do you cut yourself, and just like all this stuff. And people make like passive aggressive comments to me, and you know, I didn't really think anything of it. Just after that point, I guess I just like shut myself away from everyone. I felt like that was the best thing to do for me. I don't know. I just started feeling really down all the time. I felt really depressed, and you know, it had been that way for a while, you know. I mean, honestly, probably really started whenever I was 11, like whenever I started middle school. And you know, I had to make new friends. My grandma was living with us because she lived with us from the time I was 5 until she passed away right before I turned 16. And my grades were slipping. My parents were fighting, and then they were fighting with me, and I was getting grounded all the time. I felt like everyone hated me, you know? I remember, this makes me really sad to talk about, you know, because I didn't feel like I had anyone. So there was just a point where it was a lot. Just eventually just to a boiling point where I remember I was like, I want to kill myself. I just realized that at this point, this video has become more about mental health and less about YouTube. But anyway, it all kind of like fits together. Okay, so now back to whenever I was 13 years old. I just had to say all that because it just ties into it, because that's how I've been feeling for a while. So I started getting really, really bad agoraphobia. If you don't know what that is, then that is like the fear of leaving your house. And I even like had a fear of leaving my bedroom. I don't know why, but I just like had in my head that everyone hated me. So I was literally just shut in my room by myself all day. And at this point in my life, I felt like I only really had like one friend. And we met in 7th grade. I'm not sure exactly when in the year. I know we got along because we liked the same bands, and you know, she like understood what I was going through, so I could talk about everything with her and not feel like a complete weirdo, you know? Still, I just kind of stayed by myself, whatever. I cried all the time. I literally did not go a single day without crying, and there were times where I would just have panic attacks multiple times a week. And I was using YouTube as like a way of like having friends and like getting away from my problems, or you know, trying to anyway. And things started to like get better, obviously. There's just so much that happened between when I was 13 and when I was 15. But anyway, I don't know like what really made me do it when I was 15, but like my mental health was better. It was still bad. And I started doing YouTube. I was like, okay, well this could be an outlet for me, you know, makeup. I'm trying to do makeup more. This could probably be good. Anyway, I just started YouTube with the freaking like 5-year-old makeup that I had from whenever I was like 10, and I was like getting the makeup, and I'd buy it at like Rue 21 and Claire's. Wanted to try it. And I was so ecstatic because I had all these views and I had likes and everything. And granted, a lot of it was for my dad's pages, because he has a Facebook page for his coins, and he shared it there, and they all like watched it and supported me, everything. So that was great, and I loved making these videos, and I made them wherever I could, and I edited them wherever I could. It just took a lot because my computer was really slow, because I had a lot of Sims stuff on it and a lot of pictures, because I'm a picture hoarder. I remember whenever it like died down, whenever I was going to turn 16, my grandma was in and out of the hospital again, and it was rough. I think that Christmas was like the first Christmas that she was in the hospital and not home with us, and it was really hard on everyone, especially my mom. You know, like you know, she had to take care of her. Taking care of her was like full time, and she, you know, she loved doing it. And like it's hard taking care of your mom. You know, it's hard taking care of family members. And so since I was like going a lot of places with my mom and my friend, and dealing with school and everything, especially because I was always in and out of school, and I literally, the max amount of school days you can miss was 16. I ended up missing 15 and a half that year, which I guess there was a lot of it that was from my grandma. And I stopped making videos as much. I just started to not like it as much, I guess, you know. It was kind of back into like the same mindset that I had been in. Summer I was just hanging out with my friends and stuff like one last time, because I decided to go to college, because hated high school, free college, you know. So that was a crazy year. My first year of college was crazy, and I took chemistry. I never taken high school chemistry before, and I took college chemistry, and let me just tell you, I failed with an F. I failed with an F, you know, not a D, no, an F. And I started talking to this guy, right? Like we met through the school app and everything. I couldn't deal with my lips, so I had to go ahead and put this on. So guy started talking to me, and at first, you know, he didn't know that I was 16, but then he did, and he was 20. We talked for a few months because we were good friends, and I was friends with all of his friends, and yeah, friendship, everything. Anyway, I could tell you guys stories about him, but I don't know if I want to. Just given he could see it and he could get mad or feel like I'm invading his privacy. There's like no pictures of us on the internet or anything because he hated pictures. So literally, there's none on my Snapchat, there's none on my Instagram, there's none on my Facebook. Yeah, like while we were together, I did make a video on YouTube because he was like, well, you should start doing YouTube videos again. You always say that you want to, so you should do it. And well, I made one. But then the rest of the time when we were dating, I was just like miserable because he was miserable. And I just couldn't continue on with it. That was the last YouTube I made until this year. I really need to stop using eyeshadow as a freaking contour because I think I'm hitting tan. And that's such a pretty shade, and I can't just buy a whole new palette for that freaking shade. So, yeah. I hope this video is, like, decent. I don't know, dang. Like, guys, this is over an hour that I've been recording. I hope it has some coherency. I hope it kind of goes together and it makes sense. Thank you all for hanging out with me, and I will put every product that I use down in the description box so they know I didn't talk about it, and you probably want to know what eyeshadow I was using or whatever, I don't know. I will put that all in the description. I'll put all my social media handles there, and I'll put a link for my playlist of all my videos I've made so you can check those out if you would like. Thank you all for watching, and if you'd like to, like the video. If you want to subscribe, then subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications if YouTube still even gives notifications, whatever. But I will see you all in the next one. Bye.